how I get information
Yeah.
when I tap into your life.
Yeah.
I have a complete total visual of your life and those circumstances in it, past, present, or future. And when I tap into a certain circumstance or situation with you, it's live for me. I hear, I see, I smell, I taste, I feel. I have complete carnal knowledge of being there. I can change that from your perspective, if how you're seeing it. I can go from my perspective. I can go from Spirit's perspective. I can go from this circumstance. I can interchange that anytime I need more information.
But the future's not totally decided. I mean, you're seeing a potential, or you're seeing an actual, because there's so many avenues.
People's contracts that they come here, somebody especially like yourself, people's contracts are signed. They will happen.
But isn't there free choice? I mean, that's great, and it sounds great. I'm not saying it shouldn't, but I'm saying, isn't there free choice along the way in...
We really, as small human beings, think we're having free choice. They give us the opinion that we're actually choosing something along the way. But mark my words about something. When we think we're choosing something, and we want it, and we want it, and we want it, and we're choosing it, and we're doing everything that we can to get it, if we're not supposed to have that, that will not happen, no matter what we do. Also, we already chose. People talk about free will and free choice. We had our free will and free choice before we came. And we designed that with all of our guides, with the universal knowledge for the greater good of ourselves and others. So our free choice, if we recognize that, we already chose.
Right. So you're tapping into the free choice and our highest potential that we ultimately set up for ourselves to begin with.
Yes. And so why do we want to change our mind along the way?
Right.
It's a necessity to never have our own personal value in it, that it's always about the universe and it's always about that firm commitment to it, and then releasing our complete and total life to that.
Have you done that? You've released
always
to the source.
Always.
And that was something you just actually came in with.
I actually came in with that, and there's been different levels of commitment that I've had to do along the way.
Like
in
what?
addition
I'm
to
interested
it.
in that.
We all, even being human, we all have our human tendencies.
Yeah.
You know, we all have our personality and who we are. And sometimes our personalities, because of the situations and the people that we're with, those have a tendency to start taking over a little bit. And I've had to daily sometimes, or huge on literally on my knees and giving my whole entire existence to God and the universal energy over and over and over and over again. That can be so powerful.
But why? Well, I'm just curious, what's come up? I mean, what, if you don't mind sharing, what is the circumstances that have come up, if you want to talk about that you felt, that brought you to your knees to surrender? Do you know what I'm asking? Like, I'm just curious about your own process, because I think that's very interesting.
My own process is always a direct knowledge of all times within inside of myself that I want to be connected to Source, that I want to have a total oneness with them, always. And every time I feel myself as a person starting to slip away from that, I immediately stop myself and say, okay, wait, I don't want to be alone out there. I want to be connected. The only place that I'm whole and complete and can be my best self, not my lower self, but my best self, my highest self, is to maintain that connection of all times. And when I think I'm at my highest point, the universe comes in and shows me, oh no, how tiny you are, baby. You're so tiny, and this is what we want next from you. So the ego has no place in it, and it's a complete release every time of just continuing to stay connected. And we always stay connected, and then we always pull away, and it's a continual evolution all the time. So the longer we can stay connected, the longer, more committed time of that commitment and a complete releasing of our physical life all the time. I have moved physically so many times.
Physically, like houses?
Like houses. I have moved so many times. Last August, it's really cute, real quick story. I lived in Colorado my whole life. Out of the blue, I hear them say, you're moving next week. I'm like, what do you mean I'm moving? Where am I moving? Where are you guys putting me now? Park City, Utah. God only knows why I would ever be in Utah. There would not be any tangible reason for it at all. Sure enough, within a week, my whole life changed from Colorado, and I was living in a new house
Well, there's obviously a reason
in Utah.
that you're there.
Right.
I mean, and we may not know the reason at this moment, because the reason may
and we
be
don't need the reason.
5
Sometimes
years
we
down
don't
the-
need the reason, but at the same time, that's why I'm saying is you stay connected.
to
You
what you
always release yourself to whatever your physical circumstances are going on, and you just listen to what they say. And you don't argue. You go, okay, I'm going to Utah.
Okay.
Whatever you guys think.
because you got a really strong hit to do that.
Oh, yes. And
got
when my
a
world got upheaved, you know for a fact they have control of your life. So when releasing to that, your life becomes very, very clear. Our soul is here to evolve, okay, no matter what. Like I said, it's a perpetual. And as our soul evolves, we have to have recognition of the evolution, okay? We have to recognize that we're in 4th grade, okay?
And we're here to learn those 4th grade
in
things.
4th grade. And we're
Right.
supposed to be the best 4th grader or the worst 4th grader we're supposed to be. But in order to recognize it, we have to watch, we have to listen, we have to hear inside of ourselves, and we have to be able to receive that information. And we all have the information coming to us.
We've designed our life for our highest potential. We can go with the program, or we can resist the program and be.
If you have this energy source that's out there, think about how huge that is. It's huge.
Right.
Way, way bigger than I ever could be. I will tell you what, you win. Anything you guys want me to do, I'll do it.
So, and it's just by
So it's futile
listening
resistance.
and the listening to what we're here to do is what gets us through here.
Well, and the thing is that when we listen and we don't resist, isn't that so much easier?
Well,
When somebody says, honey, I know you want this car. I know you want this car. It's a truck that you've been wanting a long time. But I have another car over here for you. And you go, no, I want that truck.
I know.
And I have a Ferrari waiting
and-
over here
right.
for you. And you're like, I want the truck. I'm like, but there's a Ferrari over here.
Thank
It's better.
you, Sid. That was good.
Thank you, darling.
Thanks for being a guest
Thank
tonight
you.
on New Realities.
you.
I've been talking to
a
Sid,
pleasure.
who is a very, very good psychic, very talented, and you do offer sessions.
I do readings.
She does
Absolutely.
readings, and the website's up on the
Yep,
screen. We
Yep.
can look
And
at that. And
I'm in New York for the
Yeah.
next week.
Thank you.
And anytime that somebody'd like to see me, absolutely.
Thank you. This is Alan Steinsfeld for New Realities. So check the website, newrealities.com. Email me at newrealities@earthlink.net. And thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're just getting started, weren't we?